Hello. Today's lesson is 9-1, Model Addition of Fractions. We're again in Volume 2 of Envision, and we're on page 333. We're going to use today tools such as fraction strips or area models to add fractions. Let's start with solve and share. Kyle and Jillian are working on a sports banner. They painted 3/4 of the banner green and 4/8 purple. How much of the banner have they painted? Solve this problem any way you choose. Remember, you can use drawings, area models, or fraction strips to solve this problem. Show your work in the space below. All right, so our denominator is 8. That means we're going to have 8 equal parts. With an even number, I like to divide in half, and then half again. I'm at 4 parts, and half again. I go from 4 to 8. All right, so they painted 3/8 of the banner green. Let's see if we can get a green here. One, two, three. And then they painted 4/8 purple. We're going to use our blue as our purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much of the banner have they painted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 8 parts, or 7/8. What we have just done, let's look at our model of our fraction strip, just to show that as well. They've got bigger pieces, so it's going to take up the whole page here. You can look at it this way. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3 are green. 1, 2, 3, 4 are purple. So we would be right here. All but 1/8 were painted. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shows the same thing. So going back to what has been asked of us, we just added fractions. We just added the fraction 3/8 plus 4/8, and we got 7/8. So when we're adding fractions, we need our parts of the whole to be the same, and they're both 8s. That stays the same. And we just add our numerators. 3 plus 4 is 7. So the denominator again stays the same and has to be equal before we start adding. Then we add the numerators. All right, so looking back, use appropriate tools. Kyle says 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/8. We showed that with our fraction strip, didn't we? 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. That's 3/8. Jillian says 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/24. Use a tool to decide who is correct. We can see that right away that it's Kyle by looking at our fraction strip. We do not change these into 24 equal pieces when we add them. That's what this would be saying, that now we have 24 equal pieces, but we still have 8 equal pieces. We're just adding 1 plus 1 plus 1 to get 3 equal pieces of our 8. All right, so we're going to skip ahead to 335 and look at guided practice. Do you understand? In the problem on the previous page, so this is referring back to 334 when you're going to do your visual learning video. So we're going to skip that one and go to number 2. What 2 fractions are being added below, and what is the sum? Well, I look at my numerators. I have 1 and 1, and they're both 8ths. So I have 1/8, 2/8. Then I look at this one. I have 1, 2, 3, 3/8. So we are adding 2/8 plus 3/8. And again, like our first example, our denominators we check, they're both 8s. So they're both equal parts, so we can add these. If we wanted to look at our fraction strip, we could. 1/8, 2/8 plus 1, 2, 3 more would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths. Another way to do that, just add our numerators. 2 plus 3 is 5. Do you know how? Find each sum. 2/5 plus 1/5. We have 2/5 represented here. We're going to put this green tile on here, add another fifth. That will give us 1 plus 2 is 3, 3/5. 1/6 plus 1/6, looking at a number line. This would be 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, which is the same as a whole. So if we add 1 6 and add another 6, we have 2 6. Or 1 plus 1 is 2, and we keep the same denominator. All right, so you are going to watch the visual learning video. Do that along with page 334, and number 1 will make sense with that. But after your visual learning video, come back and let's do an independent practice on your own from numbers 5 through 16, as well as 22 and 23 in the back.